TRW, Royalists and Roundheads, Volume 1, Battle of Naseby. Let's see, 1100 hours turn. It is the parliamentarian or second player movement phase. First we check for units out of command, and then we move according to current orders, current commands. I think everybody's in command, but just as a quick review, I'll grab Ireton here. It's a quick review. Leaders have 3 values on the bottom. So sometimes the overall leaders will have the first one with just a dash, but basically this is a command value, 2 in this case, command span, 5 in this case, and a combat bonus or modifier +1. With a command span of 5, actually I'll come back to Ireton, and again just by way of review, we have 1 overall Commander Fairfax, and we have 3 other leaders. Ireton on the left, Skip on in the center, and Cromwell on the right. Command spans are 5 for Fairfax, 5 for Ireton, 6 for Skip on, and 6 for Cromwell. Okay, so tracing. Oh, I take that back. Okay, so here's Ireton. Here's his far left unit over here. He has to trace around these 2 hexes because they are in this enemy unit's zone of control and not occupied by friendly units. So actually with Ireton's command span of 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually that unit is out of command. So I will mark it out of command, and we'll talk about what it has to do when we get to the movement. Okay. Otherwise, he can trace to all these units. Skip on is here. Cromwell's there. So, okay, everybody else is fine. So, before we do movement, out of command, they may not move adjacent to an enemy combat unit. If in an enemy zone of control, they may not move. They are, wow, they are in the enemy zone of control right there, of that unit there. So it can't move. Now, of course, the issue that I run into from time to time is facing change movement here. Well, facing can cost movement points. So what do you do? I don't know, because if in an enemy zone of control, they may not move. Well, common sense, of course, makes me think that they should be able to turn around. What is intended? Zoc and facing. Effects of a Zoc. Leaving a Zoc. He's not routed, he's just out of command. I don't know. Another edge case. Every edge case should be dealt with in rules. I'll tell you that. Every one. Okay. If a combat unit wishes to change facing without moving, it may do so. Well, there we go. I guess that implies that they can change facing but without moving, so they didn't violate the may not move if they're in an enemy Zoc. They receive no die roll modifiers. That makes sense. But this is actually significant because when they do get attacked, they do not benefit from the leader's stand order. So when they get attacked and they're in the defense, they'll not get the +1. So So that is important. Now, for the rest of the movement, it's important to review the orders, because orders will, in many cases, sharply, well, I guess in some case sharply dictate movement, but every leader still has a stand command. Ireton stand command, Skip-on stand command, and Cromwell stand command. So what kind of adjustments do I want to make? I think I do want to, no wait. I was about to turn like this to cover the flank, but actually cavalry cannot enter woods. Actually, that skirmisher could enter the woods actually, so maybe I will turn to cover the flank there. Okay, so any other movement? Movement. Turn this unit this way. Turn this unit this way. Stand orders, they can move one hex and one hex only. I think that's all the parliamentary movement. So now we go to the combat phase. Start with fire combat. Start with defensive fire. So we have some infantry here, Royalist infantry. Actually, and the skirmisher can fire from the crest there as well. All right, guess I'll just leave it here. Leave the camera here, I mean. So defensive fire. I'll just start with the skirmisher there. Range of 3 for muskets. So yeah, 6 for a morale check, and they got a 6. So the Cromwell cavalry there has a morale of 9. They roll a 7, so they're good. This infantry here is at Lisle. So infantry adjacent only fires at a range of 1, but they get morale check on 5, a step loss on 6. So they roll 2, not enough. Next we have Bard's infantry, same deal. Oh, they get a 6. That is a step loss. Forlorn Hope here. They are okay, so Forlorn Hope C here is a one-sided unit. They have a front, back is blank, so that means that they have 2 steps. They take the first step loss like that, and then they also check morale. Morale is 9. Oh no, I thought that was an 8. It's a 6. So 8, their morale is 9. They're fine. Okay, but they still took a step loss. And moving on here, York's infantry. They roll a 4. That's not enough. That might be it. That's it. Okay, that's it. That's defensive fire. Not bad though. They caused a step loss there. Now we have offensive fire. I was thinking earlier whether I changed my mind or not. I was waiting to use the cavalry's fire here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, they have a stand command. Oh, I'm sorry. They can only fire when they have an attack or advance command. Never mind. So they do have to wait. But I was going to wait anyways till they've caused some losses on these frontline units here before they use their fire combat. What they'll do is try to cause some losses, then switch to an advance or even attack command, and then fire and then melee. That's the general idea anyways. But we do have Forlorn Hope A here, muskets. I'm going to fire at this unit here. 3, not enough. This Forlorn Hope B here fires back at York's infantry. They need a 6. Yeah, they need a 6 for a morale check. Forlorn Hope C against, let's see, against Bard's infantry. Ooh, they got a 6. So, got a 6 against Bard's infantry here. They have a morale of 8. And they fail. They roll a 10. So they rout. They're going to go straight back that way, turn them around. The route marker on them. Like that. And that is all the parliamentary offensive fire. Now we have melees. Let's see, melees. Skirmishers in the center cannot initiate melee. It's only a question of over here with Ireton's cavalry. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I forgot to turn him. I talked about it and then I didn't even do it. Rotate. Let's see, they're going to melee. You know, they don't have to. They could just stay on the defensive. Is it worth it or is it not worth it? No, they're still going to melee. But they're going to try to concentrate here. So Ireton and Butler going to melee there. Vermuiden and Association Horse melee there. And Ireton Cavalry melee there. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, so 3 melees. Should be able to do this without much delay. So the attacker, first step is attacker identifies his melees. Attacker announces which combat units are attacking what enemy units. I just did that. I've identified the target, and generally I orient my little number blocks towards the attackers. Attacking units check their morale, see if they commit. So we have Butler here with 9. They roll a 4, they're good. Ireton here, we're going to subtract, yeah, that's fine. But he subtracts 1 for, you can stack with the leader, he has 9 melee. So he easily gets this, so these 2 are in. Now the defender has to do a morale check. Oh, 9. That might actually, oh, they have a 10. Very high morale. They have a very high morale. 10. They've already fired. So they're in. There's no retreat in this case. Cavalry don't retreat from cavalry. So attack roll. Oh, attackers get a 1. That's pretty bad. Defenders get a 6. All right, so the defenders are going to get a 6. I don't think they actually have any. I don't think they have any modifiers because, and I'll check. Their leader Rupert has an attack command that doesn't help in the defense. So I'll go right down the list. Lancers, no. These are not Lancers. Cavalry with an attack command when attacking, no. Infantry, defending combat units, routed units, leaders, and attacking through the flank or rear and terrain. None of those apply. So it's just a 6. They have a current strength of 2. So that's on the 1 to 3 column. So that is a morale check. So they all check morale. Yeah. So Butler again. They roll a 6. They're fine. Ireton's cavalry -1. Ooh, they roll a 12. Sure that, and -1 for the leaders 11. They have 9, so they definitely failed, and they are going to rout. So technically you're going to go put a rout counter on them, treat them 1 to 3 hexes. So here I'm just retreating 1 because I'm still going to turn them around, face away from the enemy. But oh no, wait, and this enemy could move up here, so I'll go back 2. But I think he's going to recover right away. All right, I hope so, anyways. All right, so there we go. Defenders do not advance. I was thinking about that before, if I remember correctly. So it says if a defender vacates, the attacker advances. So this is the opposite of that. Yeah. So I don't think defenders advance. All right. So second melee over here. Attackers morale check. Vermiden, they roll an 8. They have a 9. They're good. They're in. Association horse. Wow. They have a low morale of 7. Yeah, they roll 13, so they're definitely not in. So it's only Vermiden. So now the defenders have a morale of 9, and they fail. That's good, because this is showing the... Okay, so they rolled a 12. They cannot retreat, so they take a loss instead. They fired. Take a step loss instead, and then this is where I've thought about this before. I assume we go ahead and melee again. That's more because it doesn't say you don't. Alright, so attack rolls for Vermiden. Rolls a 5. Would they get anything? I don't think they... No, they don't get any modifiers. So with a strength of 3, that's nothing. Association, or not association, who's that? Bond, defender, strength of 2, so they're on the lowest column, 1 to 3 strength points. They have no modifiers either. So they need a 6 to cause a morale check. Oh, they rolled a 6. So morale check for Vermiden. Okay, they're fine. They roll a 4, so they're fine. Okay, so that was the second. There was still a step loss. Third melee over here. The attacker, Ireton's Cavalry, there has a morale of 9. They roll a 6. They're fine. They're in. They're committed. Who's that? Maurice's Cavalry there also has a morale of 9. They roll a 4. They're fine. So we roll our combat dice. Attacker. Ooh, rolled a 2. That's nothing. And Maurice's Cavalry roll a 5. Again, if they had any modifiers, it would help, but they don't. So it's nothing. Nothing on the table. They have a strength of 3. They're on the 1 to 3 column. They need a 6 or better to get a result. So that is the melee phase of the combat phase. And so now we can go to the rally phase, recovery rally phase. And we definitely have rallies. So I don't think it matters because the leader here isn't routed. So, but we'll start with Vermiden here anyways. He has a morale of 9. So It's +1 for being routed, but -1 for being stacked with a leader, so it's just even. They roll a 7, so they're fine. Printed morale of 9, like I said. They have recovered, but obviously lost ground. So this unit is routed, but it's within the command span of his leader, Ireton, and he's not adjacent to the enemy. Oh, he rolled 11. He failed, so he routes 3 more hexes. So 1, 2, 3. Away from the nearest enemy. Now this unit can try to rally. He's 4 hexes away from his leader. Alright, so... Oh, no, wait. He rolled a 9. His morale is 9. He would pass, but you add 1 because he's routed. It's actually a 10. So he routes 2. Nearest enemy... Well, I don't know if nearest enemy is the right way to put it, but 1, 2, 3... Okay. You would, the first player would check for victory. Might as well do a quick review. So how many points do the Royalists need in the Battle of Naseby to start rolling? Yeah, not even close. Not till 50 points. Yeah. For the Royalists to win, check the following table. Parliamentary losses starts at 50 to start rolling, 35 for the Royalists. So that is going to be, that's going to be a while. Wow, that seems really high. But I hope that's not a typo. That would end the second player's rally phase. Yeah, second player rally phase. So advance the game turn marker to the 11:30 hours turn. And there we go. Naseby, Royalists and Roundheads, Volume 1.